evening and welcome to Tucker Carlson Tonight. Happy Friday. According to a news report that dropped last night, Michael Cohen, that is, of course, Donald Trump's former personal attorney, is prepared to testify in the Mueller probe that the president knew about a June 2016 meeting in New York City between his son, Don Jr., and a Russian lawyer who had claimed she had dirt on the Hillary Clinton campaign. That's the claim. So for the sake of argument, let's assume that all of it is literally true. What does it mean exactly, and why should we care? If you've been watching television over the past 24 hours, you already know the answers to those questions. What this means is the end of the Trump presidency, if not of the United States itself. We should care because nothing in human history, since the harnessing of fire and the invention of the wheel, isn't as inherently momentous as this, Don Jr.'s brief meeting 2 years ago with an unknown Russian lawyer called Natalia Veselnitskaya. Who knew about this meeting? And when did they know about it? And what were they wearing when they met? It is on questions like these that the fates of nations hang. Here's a selection of both the huffing and the puffing.
That puts Donald Trump in a conspiratorial mode on this issue before the fact. That evidence on its face, if it was supported, would be an impeachable offense.
It shows that he had prior knowledge that the Russians were seeking to do this, and he didn't stop the meeting. He was giving a green light for the Russians to interfere.
Until now, we have not had a smoking gun that placed Donald Trump Sr., the president himself, in the center of the conspiracy. This is potentially huge. This is potentially something that can prove the president colluded, and that is an impeachable offense.
So there's criminal liability here for the president on the horizon.
Well, so there you have it. Internationally recognized genius Max Boot thinks this is a big deal. Is it? Well, if the president lied about it or anything else under oath, yes, it is. That would be a big deal. Perjury is always a big deal. They don't tell Bill Clinton's defenders that. Otherwise, though, it's hard to see the point of all of this hysteria. What exactly would the crime here be? It's not illegal to talk to foreigners. Nobody is claiming that any information changed hands, though even if it did, so what? As principled lefty Glenn Greenwald wrote this afternoon, quote, if getting dirt about your opponent from foreign officials is immoral or treasonous, why was it okay for DNC representatives to be trolling around Ukraine working with foreign officials to get dirt on Manafort and Trump because Ukraine favored Hillary? Good question. Keep in mind, too, that the Democratic National Committee and the Clinton campaign both paid a foreign national, his name is Christopher Steele, to gather damaging information on Donald Trump from other foreign nationals, including and especially from Russians. And unlike the Trump campaign, the Democrats actually succeeded. They produced an entire dossier based on misinformation from Russian sources. That dossier changed the course of American history. The Obama administration used it to spy on its political opponents and to begin a series of investigations that have, from the very first day, overshadowed and in some cases neutered the Trump administration. Pretty effective, just in case you're looking for actual examples of foreign collusion. Now, Democrats are claiming just the opposite, of course, accusing their opponents of doing pretty much exactly what they themselves did. At first, that may look like hypocrisy, and it is, but it's more than that. It's a political tactic. You scream as loud as you can in the hope that your opponents will be intimidated into accepting your essentially fraudulent premise. It often works, and that's exactly why they do it, but it only works when the rest of us play along with it. So let's stop playing along with it.